All right, if you're watching this video, it's probably because you're interested in living in the suburbs of Colorado, or more specifically, Thornton. Well, lucky for you, my family calls this city our home, and we're gonna give you the in and out tour today of Thornton, Colorado. Let's go.
What is up, and welcome back to the channel. You're watching Living in Denver Metro North with your Colorado real estate family, Pete and Chelsea Sweeney.
If you haven't done so already, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. We are putting out new videos every single week, actually 2 a week now, and we want you to be notified every single time a new video is released. We're also gonna put our phone number down below, so give us a call or text. We are answering those calls and texts every single day. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, guys, here's the thing, is we approach our videos as natives, as a family, and as your licensed real estate professionals helping you purchase your home in Colorado. So let's go and check it out from the sky's view, and we'll be right back.
Okay, one of the first things that you need to know about Thornton is it's kind of like Commerce City. If you haven't checked out Commerce City video, go check it out. In a way that there is an old Thornton and a new Thornton. We're going to be focusing on the new Thornton today when we're telling you all about our tour. Where do you think Thornton actually starts?
So Thornton, pretty much, I mean, I'd say the South Main Road is 84th. Of course, it kind of goes back and forth down there, you know, between Denver. North Glen kind of gets mixed into that a little bit as well too, but yeah, I'd say 84th is probably a pretty safe bet to say that's the southernmost part of Thornton.
Okay, so 104th going, you know, east and west. We're gonna actually bring you all the way up to 136 and talk about all of the new Thornton, which the 136 north to, we're gonna kind of cover all the way up to Highway 7 right now.
Yeah.
So where are we right now? I think the first thing you guys need to kind of know, or sorry, the second thing I guess, is some of the hot neighborhoods up here.
Yeah, so I mean, and that's the biggest reason why we're covering this, guys, is it's like, yes, there is Thornton, there's a lot of people moving here, but these are the hottest suburbs that are in Thornton right now. And a lot of them are mainly new, you know, we're talking like 2000s and newer, and a lot of people, this is just where they want to be. You know, you got Top Golf that's like right close to here, you got all this development happening, and that's a big reason why people want to be up here. Also, having something brand new, there's something to say about that, yes. Because the older part of Thornton, I mean, you're looking at stuff that's built in the 70s and the 80s, and it's who wants to buy a house and have to renovate and all that stuff. Believe me, we know we've done.
We did that.
We've done plenty of that, so we know that's all about for sure. But there's something about having a brand new house and just being able to move in. It's move-in ready, even if it's say it is like 10 years old. All you have to do is change some paint colors, right? Throw in an accent wall, maybe change some flooring. You don't like the carpet, whatever. But there's just something about having something brand new, not having to really deal with that, right? So right now, the first part we're going to start at, this is essentially a mix of 3 different neighborhoods in this suburbia area. We got Lewis Point, North Hill, and Willow Bend. Lennar was huge into Lewis Point a little bit, so you had Lennar and Meritage were the 2 main builders that were in Lewis Point. Lennar is the main builder over at Willow Bend, and then North Hill is actually Toll Brothers, and they call themselves a resort style community because they have a great pool over there and all that.
Big old clubhouse.
Yeah.
it looks pretty luxury, really.
Oh yeah, it's super nice for sure.
They have a lot more brick, a lot more stone, and it just adds this level of class that they, Toll Brothers did a really good job about.
I mean, Toll Brothers as a builder is one of my favorite builders for sure. I think they do a great job, a quality product over there. I mean, the thing about it too is their price points over there are starting less than say buying something that's already used over here in Lewis Point, or something even brand new over at Willow Bend, because Willow Bend, guess what? They're starting in the high 6s, and base models are going all the way up into the high 8s. That's just your base. We're not talking about your lot premiums. We're not talking about any of the add-ons that you want to put in there, right? Say you want a sunroom, whatever, any additions that they have, all your different finishes, you got to add that on top of it. So I'd say it's safe bet 10% on top of what you're kind of looking at in order to kind of have a projected price of what you might pay. Of course, it's going to change depending on how your tastes are, how rich your tastes are. So
what you're gonna spend over in the gallery is what he's talking
exactly, yeah. Lewis Point, I mean, same thing. You're looking at high 6s to about mid 7s. There are some that I know that went like closer to 8, but I'd say 6 and up is what you're looking for mainly in this main kind of trifecta of an area right here. And what was it like 5 years ago? This was filled. There was nothing here. This was all farmland, so this is literally like all brand new, guys.
Yeah, we told you that he kind of mentioned that we had lived in an older home in Thornton and kind of remodeled and been through all that. Well, when we were living in that home, and we were there for 5 years. And that was only 3 years ago, guys. 3 years ago, This was dirt. So obviously it's changing so much, so it's changing that you're seeing a lot of road construction. So just north of us right here is 144th, and 144th is getting widened from I-25 all the way over here to Holly, which is a big indicator that this is just going to grow a lot.
They're definitely planning for that development for sure.
Yeah, and it has grown so much already.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, I remember because we purchased our house brand new about 3 years ago. Yeah. Toll Brothers, the North Hill over there, nothing was even there. Like they didn't have the models open. Yeah. Lewis Point, this spot that we're standing in right now, this was actually being built at the same time as our neighborhood was being built. So we're looking back at like 2017, 2018. Willows Bend, which is just north of where we're at right now currently, that one's still being produced, but I'd say it probably started the same time around North Hill started. So probably about a year or so they've been building there. And Lennar, I mean, they're actually putting up houses faster than Toll Brothers. Yeah. I don't know if that says anything. Is it maybe have something to do with the quality? I don't know, but I just know that Toll Brothers is doing a pretty good job of putting some quality houses up over there.
Oh man, I'll tell you right now, we've been in and out all of them, right? I mean, with real estate and helping clients and trying, because up here they're all new, so it's really just about finding your flavor. In a lot of it, we've been through in and out all of these models, and they all have something very unique. Yeah, really.
mainly because we want to figure out some decoration ideas.
Yeah, I do steal their decoration ideas. Yeah, it's kind of my favorite thing. Yeah. So this neighborhood, we're kind of cross streets, 144th and Holly. We're gonna actually go take you over to Eastlake, because in Thornton, one of the things you need to know is that for 2021, Eastlake is kind of the biggest project right now, and that's because of
the light rail. Yeah. Eastlake is, I mean, it's an old part of Thornton, and actually Eastlake, they kind of consider themselves separate from Thornton because it's like a community inside of Thornton. They even have their own like metro tax district and all that stuff or whatever there. But Eastlake is gonna blow up because of the light rail station. It's right in the middle of it. And actually, before we jump to our next neighborhood, this neighborhood is really popping really hot because right now, 144th, if you go on the other side of Colorado, that's where there's going to be another station right there, light rail station. So there's a lot of people, like you got Fallbrook Farms. That's another one that's right next to the station that's supposed to go in over there. But a lot of this development's happening because guess what? That light rail station's coming up here. A lot of development, and this is where a lot of the Thornton, newer Thornton's at. So.
Yeah, and I mean, look around. It's beautiful. Everything's brand new. It's really hard to beat that, come in, move in, ready kind of feel. And all of North Thornton is pretty much like that. So, all right, let's go hop over to Eastlake and show them kind of the older Eastlake, which is going to be the new hot place here in Thornton.
Yeah, all right, let's go, guys. All right, guys, we finally made the stop in Eastlake, and there's a big reason we wanted to cover this, because it's not your atypical suburbia when you're really talking about it, but this is almost going to be like a central hub for all these kind of neighborhoods that we're really covering right now. You have your suburbia, right, the newer houses, where it's, house next to house. This is going to be like an old downtown gathering spot. So think about when you have those great coffee shops to go to. They have this place over here called the York Depot. It's like a co-working spot for small business owners in the area. They could all go into that co-working space. Of course, you got the light rail station. This is the main reason this is going to be like a central hub, and Thornton's actually putting a lot of money in to make sure that this area looks great. It has great development. They are widening the street right over here. It's just going to be a great area for all these suburban areas to really come to and hang out.
Yeah, and I mean, even this month, they just had all the business owners, the residents, or any of the surrounding neighborhoods come together for this concept plan and walking tour of what this is supposed to look like. Because again, right now, it's like not there, but it's coming. I mean, that's literally Thornton's 2020 plan, is to build up Eastlake. Anytime you have the light rail going through somewhere, we know it's gonna get big. And right now, this is the next stop. And so we wanted to stop in here. One of the things too about Thornton is we don't have a lot of parks.
No. Margaret Carpenter's the main park, and like so we've talked about that in our other video. Go check out the reasons why we chose Thornton to live in and all that. We covered Margaret Carpenter. Didn't he used to be called Scott Carpenter?
I don't know where you get Scott. That's hilarious. Maybe I think.
Do I know a Scott Carpenter? Maybe I know a Scott Carpenter
Maybe it's Margaret
somewhere.
Scott Carpenter. Anyways, Margaret Carpenter is a great park.
Yeah.
But it's in Old Thornton, right?
Yep.
It's over off 112th and Colorado, and we're talking about 136 North. And up here, especially all the neighborhoods that we're covering today, they only have really community parks. We don't have a big park like Margaret Carpenter up in the new Thornton yet.
Well, is Trailwinds going to be built in the park, do you know?
So far what I can tell is Trailwinds does not. It has a skate park, it has a dog park, it has all of the indoor rec stuff, and a really, really nice rec center. But I looked at all the plans, I looked at the outside, all of it. I've been there several times. There's like really no area to see this park, so unless it's coming, I don't see it.
Well, if we're talking about playgrounds, you need to talk about the outlets, though.
Yes, we don't have like a big park, but we have the outlets, which is huge, especially in Thornton. The only outlets, if you don't know much about Colorado, the outlet malls are one in Loveland, one here in Thornton, and then all the way down in Castle Rock.
Yeah, which is like, what, an hour and a half away?
Yeah. So 45 minutes north, hour and a half or so south, and then here in Thornton, which is a really big deal. So, but the park there, we'll show you. Oh my gosh, we should do that blooper of my son. Here, watch this. Go, King! Our son is so crazy and rambunctious that he wanted to go down this with his cousins. He totally fell off the slide. But this park is awesome, and we've covered it in a couple of our other tours of what was that?
It was the 3 top neighborhoods.
Yeah, top 3 neighborhoods.
Or wait. No, it was the vlog.
The vlog.
The North Denver Metro vlog.
Yeah, so go check out that vlog if you haven't seen it.
That's back when we were trying to do videos and we were kind of like, hello, how are you doing?
It was also snowing out, so
it was snowing.
That's
it was pretty
not
cold.
A very fun
a lot different
time.
now. Now we're sweating. You can see like sweat dripping up our foreheads.
I know.
And
Just
stuff.
don't draw attention.
That's Colorado weather for you, though. Like I said, we have all the seasons. We have all 4 seasons. So right now we're kind of rolling from the end of summer into fall, and we're gonna have that beautiful fall weather. But if you're coming from somewhere, say like Texas, I'm not sure about Florida. Yeah, Florida is not the 4 seasons.
Yeah, the humidity.
We have those 4 seasons in Colorado, and people love having the 4 seasons. The fact that you could experience the snow, the sun, the falling of the leaves. People come and travel from all across the country to go see our leaves in the Rocky Mountains. It's freaking amazing.
I tell people all the time, if you don't like us for our videos, at least stick around for the seasons, because we are going to show you all the 4 seasons through our videos. But anyways, we don't have a lot of parks out here, up here in North Thornton, as much as you do the Margaret Carpenter down in like kind of the older Thornton.
The older part of Thornton, yeah.
But you know, we also are next to some of the biggest shopping centers. I'll kind of give you an idea about where the biggest like restaurant centers are. So if you're in Thornton and you want to go out to eat, you're going to find something at 120th and I-25, 144th and I-25, and then Larkridge, which is technically Highway 7 and I-25. All of the like restaurant places are there. Now your local grocery stores and stuff are going to be tucked closer into the neighborhoods, which are what? So 120th?
120th in Washington. You got Target there, Super Target.
Okay, 120th in Colorado is King
120th in
Soopers,
Colorado,
which is our major grocery store.
136th in Colorado.
And 128th in Quebec is Walmart. So again, those are kind of in, like around the shopping centers with your grocery stores are going to be all the neighborhoods. But the closer you get to I-25, are going to be your restaurants, your kind of cool hangout, your community, things like that. So, and this honestly is the central hub of all of that. We are in the middle of all of it.
Well, speaking of, I was just looking across the street over here, so you can't see it, but behind you, if you're sitting at your computer, there's this place, it's called Lake Ave Inn now. It used to be called East Lake, and it was kind of this dive bar where, I'm not gonna lie, when you used to go there back in the day, you couldn't leave without there being a fight. It was a hole in the wall to the next level, and it looks like they, it's getting cute. We'll have to show you guys some B-roll of it because it looks pretty damn good right now.
This area is already.
Well, I mean,
you can see all the new stuff
because of this monster right here going in. This area is gonna be freaking. Oh. The Italian spot, we forgot to.
Oh yeah, there's a little Italian local mop.
It's like a
Italian
house that
place.
got converted. It's freaking good food.
It's super good. I mean, it's just very simple Italian food, but it's located right in the middle of the. It's actually a very strange place for it. It won't be once this gets built out, but right now it's right in the middle of all of the residential area. But this place, we're gonna probably bring you back here pretty soon and show you the difference because this place is about to blow up. So, all right, well, we just showed you kind of the hub of what's gonna be the hub of Thornton, but now we're gonna go take you to a couple more of the top neighborhoods neighborhoods to show you our suburbia here.
Hop, skip, and jump. Here we go.
Let's go. Okay, the first area that we took you was 144th and Holly, which is for quite a ways east of where we are right now. Right now we just went a little further west, not quite to I-25, but now we're sitting at closer to I-25 at 144th and York, which we've talked about how much I love York in the past, but let's talk a little bit about these up and coming or like hotspot neighborhoods up here.
Yeah, so I mean, you've pretty much got 3 main neighborhoods that we're staying in the hub of right now, and then you've got another one on the other side. It's Cundall Farms. On the north side of Highway 7, because that's right, it's right next to, that's going to be Brighton. And so we're literally like at the most northern point of Thornton right now. And like I said, the big reason this area is blowing up, just like I mentioned, we got Top Golf. Top Golf is literally right there. You got the Larkridge Shopping Center over here. You got the View House going in over here. You got In-N-Out Burger coming to Colorado, just right over here. The outlet malls. There are so many great things around here, and all these houses are just building in right next to it, right? So here's the rule of thumb with 144th in York for the most part. The further north you go, the more expensive it's going to get. So like on the southernmost part of York, close to the 144th, you're looking at like right around those mid 500 points, where you might be able to get something like right around 530, but I'd say between 530 up to 6. You get more towards the mid part, you're looking at high 5s to mid 6s. And then if you go more the northernmost part, you know, up near like 152nd York, you're looking at 6+, even into the 7s. And so I'm saying probably like high side 6, low 7s is what you're looking at. And so north side, it's mainly like Fairfield is your northernmost point of York Street. On the other side, you got the Haven. The north part of that, it's a little bit newer. I'd say probably about 4 years older than the south part of the Haven. That's going to be closer into your high 6s, low 7 price points. And then when we go over into Cundall Farms, very similar. High 6s, low 7s, maybe even breaking into the 8s.
Yeah. Well, and then Haven's pretty big.
It is big, yeah.
So there's a couple, we talked about some of the top neighborhoods. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. And we've covered some of this area before, telling you about how there's kind of a bunch of little communities. Haven, though, is a pretty large community.
Well, it's the only pool community out of all the ones that we mentioned too.
Yes.
So out of all these communities, that's the only one that has a community pool, which is freaking amazing. I wish we had a pool.
I wish we had a pool.
Yeah, we have like the highest HOA on the entire street and no freaking pool.
Oh man, don't get him going. But yes, so Haven, it starts 144th and then goes pretty much all the way up to the toll. Yeah. Whereas there's a couple neighborhoods on the west side of of York, versus how big Haven is. So that's just to kind of show you. So let's talk, because we haven't quite touched on it yet, on the schools in Thornton. So if we approach our videos as a family, and so we always try to touch, especially if we're talking about neighborhoods or areas, the school system. And over here in Thornton, we're Adams 12, which combines what cities again?
So it's essentially Thornton, a little bit of Westminster, North Glen. That's pretty much those 3 cities.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yep.
So Adams 12 overall is rated a B. Mm-hmm. Now here, where we are right now, in the north side of Thornton, we have some pretty high-rated schools.
Oh yeah, you have 2 A's. Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, we're standing on a trail right now that kind of goes between, Fairfield. What's this one?
Quail Valley,
and then into the Haven. But that trail goes all the way to Stargate, and Stargate is by niche.com graded an A-.
Yeah.
We also have.
What's this? Well, hold on. What's the elementary
Silver
school?
Creek.
Silver Creek is it's like one of the top elementary schools in Thornton.
Yeah, the people in these neighborhoods talk about Silver Creek. I don't know if you guys have next door wherever you're watching from, but we do here a lot. Thornton. Yeah. I mean, not Thornton, but Colorado as a whole. Like next door is where it's at.
Yeah.
And the families talk about Silver Creek and the teachers there all the time.
Well, as soon as we tell someone like what part of Thornton we live in, they're like, "Oh, you get to go to Silver Creek." It's like known all across Thornton. It's like one of the top elementary schools, so that's huge. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's diagonal. If you were to just cut through this neighborhood right here, it's right there, and it's a cute little elementary school.
Oh yeah. It reminds me of the Magic School Bus.
What? Wait.
Like when you flash a picture of the Magic School Bus in the intro and stuff. I don't know if you guys are watching.
Oh my gosh.
I watched the Magic School Bus, and they have the new one too.
I watched the Magic School Bus.
But it looks like that cute little elementary school that looks like it's in Magic School Bus.
It's me. Whoa! Total frizzle overload. To the bus. Come along, everyone.
It's like
that's
I don't
awesome.
know. Yeah.
I like that. Every time I think of Silver Creek, I'm gonna think about that. Yeah. Okay, what's the middle school right here?
That is Rocky
Top?
Rocky Top.
Rocky Top. So we have Rocky Top.
Yep.
We have Horizon. Horizon's high school.
And Horizon, that'll be more the Lewis Point and all the other schools that we talked about.
That we were just in the first
That'll be
neighborhood,
more your Horizon area right
and
there.
that's rated a B+.
That's rated B+, yep.
And then Mountain Range.
Mountain Range will be this community right here for the high school, and that one's rated what, a B?
B.
B.
Yep.
Yep. So those are your main high schools. Stargate is K through 12. It's a
Yes.
charter school, so it's a public charter school. Just so you know, it's K through 12. You do have to test in. Is that a rooster?
Was that a? Oh yeah, we do have a farm right here. I was like,
wow.
I almost
I
like
didn't
my
know there's
neck. I
roosters
almost
over there.
tweaked it.
We
just by watching.
like live right here, and I've never heard a rooster. Huh.
Yeah. I didn't actually know there was a horse right there either.
Oh, look at that horse.
And we kind of walk this trail all the time.
All right, so going back, Stargate. He knows right when we're about to record. He's like, I'm gonna screw their up.
Oh my god, I kind of like it.
Stargate K through 12. It's a public charter school that you have to test into. This rooster is going to town.
I say that boy's just like a tattoo. Gets under your skin.
He is. He knows we're recording. He's trying to mess it up. Hey.
You can't mess this up. We've been through too many takes with recording anymore.
Look at Listen, he is going.
Sounds like he's moving.
I've never heard a rooster ever while we're recording. This rooster's going to town.
That kind of shows you with Thornton, and we'll show you some, drive-by, that Thornton does still have a lot of... I had to stop for it so you can hear it.
I don't know if they can hear it because there's so many times we think you guys can hear something that we're hearing and this mic doesn't pick it up. But
well, if it doesn't, we'll just put
hey,
a rooster.
At least there's no lawn guys that are interrupting us. It's just a damn rooster this time. So
he's getting down. Okay, focus.
Is he getting down though? That's the thing.
Stop.
So are there some hands over there?
Really, let him be. Okay. It's not getting inappropriate. People are just trying to figure out if they like us. Okay. What were we talking about?
Stargate. Test in.
Yes, you have to test in.
And it's something like when we talked about schools for our family, that it's hard, right? Because I mean, I know we all think that our kids are the best and all that stuff, but what happens if the one kid tests in and the other doesn't? And what's important to us is our kids going to the same school.
Yeah.
And so that's something you really need to think about, So, yeah.
That rooster. It's hard, yeah. So, whatever you choose for you. I mean, Thornton does have a lot of good public schools.
Yeah.
And North Thornton, or Newer Thornton, what we're telling you about today, actually brings up the Adams 12 grade quite a bit. So if you were to look at the map, a lot of the schools, in this northern Newer Thornton is, rated.
He's trying to break your so much.
My concentration.
It's like she is focused and I'm going to interrupt her.
Well, I have children, okay? Selective hearing. But yeah, most of the schools, up here in New Thornton are going to be A schools, and they really do bring up the Adams 12. I can't. Adams 12.
I hope you guys can hear
altogether.
this guy right now. He is seriously
Okay, shut
throwing
up.
down the beats in the back right now. He's like, wooka wooka.
Okay.
All right.
What else we got? I think that's about it.
That's about it. All right, guys. This rooster is, if he's trying to ruin our concentration, I think he's done a little bit.
If you are trying to find beautiful suburbia with also the horses and
The
all of
accents
that,
of the farmland.
you have it right here in Thornton. So until
right.
next time.
Sounds good, guys. Until next time, we love you.
Bye. We are answering your calls and phone numbers calls and phone numbers and emails and all. Hit that thumbs up button, the subscribe button.
And your licensed real estate professionals helping you purchase properties in Colorado.
If you haven't done so already, hit that, which is the first one? The thumbs
Give
up.
us a thumbs up. Why don't you try rapping?
All right, let's go.